Hello, fourth graders. Today we're going to be working in your student book, page 265. So go ahead and get that out. It says comparing fractions with different denominators. Rewrite each fraction with the denominator 24. So they give you an example of 1/2, and making that a denominator of 24, you would have had to have divided. What's 24 divided by 2? They're showing you it's 12. So 12 over 12 is what you would multiply 1/2 by to get 12/24. So let's try a couple. 1/3. We need that to have a denominator of 24. So we're going to be multiplying 1/3 by a fraction that's a whole to equal something with the denominator of 24. So we're going to need to divide. So thinking about what's 24 divided by 3? Or in other words, 3 times what equals 24? So maybe you know your 3's really well, maybe you don't. Maybe you know that 3 times 10 would be 30, so that would be too much. Take a set of 3 away, you would have 27. Take another set of 3 away, you would have 24. So that leaves me with 8. So 3 times 8 equals 24. Now in order for this to work, I need to give this an 8 as the numerator. So 1 times 8 is 8. So our answer is 8/24. Let's do another one. How about 1/4? 1/4 times what is going to give us something? 24. So 4 times what? 24 divided by what gives you 4? Well, I know that 4 times 5 is 20, and another 4 is 24. So that would mean 6. 4 times 6 is 24. So because this is going to be a whole like that, now we multiply. 1 times 6 is 6. So here we have 6/24. So this is a equivalent fraction with a denominator of 24. So you're going to do that with each of these, and some of them are repeats, like the thirds and the fourths. And so you can look back at what we did here, but they all have a denominator with a multiple of 24. Here you're going to rewrite each pair of fractions with a common denominator, and then write an inequality to compare them. So that's when you say greater than, less than, or equal to. So they took 1/3 and 5/12, and they knew a common denominator is 24, because 24 is a multiple of 3 and 24 is a multiple of 12. And then they did the work to see what the numerator would be, and then rewrote these top numbers with the greater than or less than symbol. So let's do this one together. So 2/3 and 5/8. Now we know from up here that thirds and eighths have a common denominator of 24, right? So we can go ahead and use that. So 2/3 is going to be equal to 3 times 8 is 24. So 2 times 8 is 16. And then 5/8 is equal to, we know that 8 times 3 is 24. So 5 times 3 is 15. So down here, 2/3 we know is 16/24. And 5/8 is 15/24. So the 5/8 is 1/24 less than the 2/3. So go ahead and make sure that you're putting your greater than sign, eating the bigger number, the 16/24. Okay, and what I'm seeing here is that they don't really give you enough room. to do all your work on here. So if you need to use another piece of paper, go right ahead, but I would love to see your work. So if you are using another piece of paper, make sure you send it my way. These challenge ones, remember you just have to find a multiple that these both would go into. So like 2/3 and 5/7. You could use what 3 times 7 is 21 as your denominator. Oh, I'm pointing down here and you can't see it. It's a challenge one. So I was saying that the thirds and the sevenths have a common denominator of 21 because 3 times 7 is 21. So you could do that with these as well.